guys, hey guys, so today on BKRsport we are going to be looking at some of the most controversial refereeing decisions of all time. Now this list isn't just one sport, this list actually covers probably 4 sports. There's a lot of footballing ones, I tell you that, there's a lot of footballing ones, but there is about 4 sports in here, and I'm telling you, the refereeing does not get better across the board. I know everyone always thinks, oh maybe that, oh whoa, that sport looks good, why don't we get their refs? No. Before I start, I just want to say, referees, get your shit together, son. Number 1, we have got Maradona's Hand of God. Now, I think a lot of you, if not everyone, has probably heard of this one because it's one of the most famous and ridiculous refereeing decisions in history. 1986, Argentina, England World Cup. Now, Argentina ended up winning 2-1 in that game, but I don't think you're going to get too many England fans saying, well, look, it was a fair game. When he does put his hand up, he taps it over the keeper, and it goes into the back of the net. They go up 1-0, all the referee, no, they didn't see it. So Argentina ended up going up 1-0, eventually winning that game 2-1. For Argentinian fans, it was hand of God. For English fans, it was hand of devil, son. Number 2, and we are hitting the shores of Australia. One of the biggest sporting events in Australia is the State of Origin. Queensland versus New South Wales. Bam! These two teams absolutely despise each other. Back in 2012, Greg Inglis, who was an absolute legend for Queensland, he was part of the 8 years in a row streak that Queensland went on in recent years, he actually ended up knocking the ball on in going for the try. Now, it was a clear knock on, everyone knows it, but the decision went upstairs to the video refs, and after about 10 years, they gave a try. Outrage simply just erupted. I don't know, actually, it was really weird. The coach of the Blues, Ricky Stewart, came out and agreed with the decision afterwards. Everyone was just like, what? I don't understand. Look, I don't understand. No one understands Ricky Stewart, to be completely honest with you. Next up, we've got the Geelong vs St Kilda 2010 qualifying final. Now, I remember my reaction just fine. You son of a... Now, in this match, St Kilda led practically the entire game. They were just absolutely the most dominant force for the opening 3 quarters. Last quarter, Geelong flew home. They absolutely flew home. The Cam Mooney absolutely smashes James Gwilt. Gets the ball, handballs it off to Cameron Lee. Cameron Lee, from a long range, takes a big boot right between the sticks. Everyone goes wild. Ref comes back and says it was a push in the back. What? And the Saints went on to win that game by 4 points, knocking out Geelong. Now, number 4 on the list is a very, very strange one out of Brazil. A lot of you might think, oh well, common sense would come into play here, but it didn't come into play here. It didn't. Back in 2006, in the Paulista Football Federation Cup in Brazil, Santa Cruzense were drawing in a match. Now, they were expected to win this match, but not in the way they did. So Santa Cruzense take a shot, and they miss. Oh wait, by about 5 metres. Anyway, the ball boy gets the ball. He's about 9 or 10 years old, grabs it, and it puts it in the back of the net. A little sneaky little move. Anyway, the referee decides, okay, ooh, goal. Obviously the Atletico Sorocaba blokes, they were really upset about this. Understandably so. But the referee couldn't take back her decision, and the ball boy actually won them the game. Won Santa Cruzense the game in the 90th minute. The one we just talked about, that one you can, like, it was a mistake. It was a terrible mistake, but it was a mistake. This one, I don't actually understand. So, New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins, deadlocked at 0-0, and it's back in 1982, so mind you, it's back a while ago now. And you might be wondering, wow, okay, well 0-0, wow, that's a really low-scoring game with only 4 minutes left to play. It was absolutely bucketing down snow. It was snowing all over the place. The Patriots got to about a 33-yard field goal attempt. Obviously, kicking off so is very hard to do, so the Patriots coach actually told the snowplow guy to go out and plow the snow where the field goal was about to be taken. So next up, you've got this guy on a snowplow who's coming onto the field, gets rid of the snow around the area where the field goal's going to be taken, and they ended up kicking the goal. They won 3-0. A while back in time, referees were expected to actually do their job. Now, I know it's a very big ask of referees to actually do their job. But at number 6, I kind of wish there was a bit of a review system in place back then. And this one's very perplexing. So Jeff Lawson, an Australian cricketer back in 1982, went out against West Indies to bat. And this was jumps over 2 overs, which is not much. That's 12 balls. So Lawson goes out there, rolls on up, and he goes for a bit of a hit. He misses the ball, but instead his back of his foot, back of his heel, actually clips the stumps themselves. So obviously you'd be thinking, okay, see you later, he's gone. And no, he's not gone. No. The umpires actually didn't say anything. They didn't do anything. One of the umps actually walked over, put the stumps back on, and then walked away. Anyway, okay, so that's unfair. Next up, about 6 balls later, he comes up, he misses it again, and the back of his foot clips it again, knocks over the stumps, and the umpires just stand there, they go and fix it, and that's it. It doesn't go out. It's just like, what? I just don't understand that one. I just don't understand it. Number 7, and we have got one that the English fans here will absolutely despise. First, the Maradona goal, now the Frank Lampard goal. I wonder if they're going to be able to stick around after this. England won't forgive Germany for a lot of things that have happened in the past, but I think this one has really just poured gallons of fuel onto the fire. So in the 2010 World Cup, Frank Lampard scores an absolute screamer of a goal. Okay, so say the line's here, the post is here, kicks it, hits the post. Now, the ball has to completely go over the line here. Now, would you say that this is over the line? Obviously, the English players go crazy, but the referee goes, no goal. What? The referee said, no goal. Bounced there and then bounced back out, and the keeper caught it, and they said that it didn't cross the line. And everyone's just like, well, wow. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. That decision there was specifically the key driver behind the whole goal line technology, which we have nowadays. Number 8, and we have got to include this team. You just have to include this team. NRL fans, you know who it is. It's the North Queensland Cowboys. Now, there is specifically 2 instances that I could refer to here. Now, I'm going to be specifically referring to the game against Manly here. I was going to include the one against the Sharks, where the Sharks scored off a 7-tackle try, but they had plenty of time to make up for that mistake. Now, I know the whole point of this video is the biggest mistakes by the referees, but, you know, I can only fit 10 in, so... Also, this just kind of defies belief, to be honest. So, Michael Oldfield, Manly ended up winning 22-12 in this game. Michael Oldfield ended up scoring a try that is still really kind of hotly debated by Cowboys fans. So, the ball is kicked up. Now, Kieran Foran runs for the ball, and Jonathan Thurston's kind of contesting him for it. Kieran Foran goes up, hits the ball forward. You can clearly see that he deliberately hits the ball forward. Ultimately gets put down after a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a mess by Michael Oldfield. And the referee went up to the video refs. Now, there's nothing against the referees on the field here, because obviously they would have had to, because, look, Thurston, he looked like he could have done it, but, look, he didn't. Video ref called in to do their one job, you know. Video refs have one job, you know. Anyway, after about 15 years this time, they decide, okay, let's give it a benefit of the doubt try. Absolute thief. I love your work. It's not your fault that the referees are just unable to comprehend kind of common sense. But Kieran Foran, absolute thief. 9, and we've got something that obviously a lot of people would have been saying, well, you've got Maradona in here. How can you not have Thierry Henry? Haha, well, don't you worry, son, because he is here. France and Ireland playing in a playoff match for the 2010 World Cup. It was always going to be a nervy affair. Unfortunately for Ireland, the luck of the Irish definitely wasn't there for this game. So it goes in extra time, and it is 1 apiece. Now, that is one of the most nerve-wracking experiences for a sports fan. Extra time in a playoff or a final or something like that. Ball gets chipped over the top to Thierry Henry. Ball's about to go out. Instead, he uses his hand, flicks it in, and Gas puts the ball in the back of the net. Number 10, and this is all because of the streaker. Now, I can kind of understand this because the referees, and I don't know if he's actually getting paid, Dorchester Town, which is in the non-league in England, they were in the middle of a game when a streaker decided to take off all his clothes and run onto the pitch. One of the players, Ashley Vickers, actually decided to tackle the bloke. So, look, there was no stewards near him. He wanted to get on with the game. He thought, look, I'm just going to tackle him, get him to the ground, and get the stewards to come over, and then, you know, easy done, easy go. He absolutely nailed him. It was a real good shot. The referee actually sent him off. The referee sent him off for helping the stewards. And the stewards actually thanked him for it. The opposition said to the referee, look, don't send him off. Look, it's fair. Like, of course. Even the chairman of the opposite team said, look, I'll take a player off just because that was just ridiculous. Get out of here! Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you didn't enjoy it, just hit my fan. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up so that I know you're enjoying this content. If you're a sports fan of any sporting code, then look, really, just click the subscribe button below. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. See ya.